Hey guys, welcome back to the Sniper and Chronicles. Today we're coming back at you with another Ratchet video. Uh, Something not as not as professional. I think the last several reviews I did was of kind of like higher end Ratchets. Hey, I'm getting back to something a little bit more common. This is a companion Ratchet, and Companion was a brand of Sears. I know you guys are probably thinking, well, Sears, Craftsman. No, they had other brands that were kind of lower tier that they sold. If well, before we jump into it, let me just say, if you find these videos at all helpful or entertaining, do me a big favor and hit the like, and also subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Sears has an interesting history. Like, I guess a lot of other retailers, they had different brands and different tiers of merchandise and tools, of course. And Companion was they kind of the lower tier of tools. And if you went into a Sears, I don't know, maybe years ago, and you wasn't probably looking to put down that much money on a Craftsman Ratchet or Ratchet set, maybe somewhere in the aisle somewhere there were the Companion brand, which was a more cost effective option. The only thing is that when you bought these, the warranties were not lifetime. So I think a lot of people probably had a bad experience going back to Sears and thinking that, oh well, it's Sears lifetime warranty, right? No, that only applies to Craftsman. These didn't have the Craftsman lifetime warranty, so you would kind of be SOL if you bought one of these and thought that you were gonna bring it back in a couple of years or whatever after it broke and you were gonna get a replacement. No, not for this brand. And another brand was Dunlap, which had a long run. Also, some of the tools were back when all tools were made in the USA, so they had made in USA also, but lower tier style tools. Dunlap, I think, I'm not sure, but I think Companion was probably something later on. And another brand was just Sears. They just put Sears, they would just mark Sears on the tools and sell, sell them not at a lower price because they weren't as good or at a premium that Craftsman was. And this is one of, I guess, those tools that you can tell it's not at a premium like Craftsman USA would be. This, I don't think, was made in the USA. I think this here was probably Taiwan. Maybe 80s or 90s. Taiwan. It doesn't say what country it comes from. It just says Companion. But if you have enough ratchets, you can pretty much tell from the style of this ratchet that this is kind of a Taiwan style ratchet. Maybe Stanley made this. This was acquired from Stanley, Taiwan, because it looks a lot like the Stanley ratchets that were popular, the Taiwanese Stanley ratchets. Well, let me just get into this. Let's tear this apart. This has the ring here, the coil ring that probably 95% of round heads have, and it's not much to see here. Just take this off and you push this out. Here is the head, and the head doesn't look too bad. Looks okay. Has like a little chamfering around the edge here, and these teeth, the broaching looks okay, pretty more than acceptable. I think 40 teeth on this ratchet, and over here is a little trench on this side. This is opposite the switch, which the switch is usually on the name side. The handle is smooth, has a couple of rings here, cutout rings, and there's a good look at the stamping for companion. And like I said, there's no other lettering or anything on the Ratchet body itself. So far not too bad. Here we see the mechanism has like the thumb wheel that I was saying. Probably you see on a lot of Stanley made ratchets, Taiwan from that period. And here is the mechanism. Doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, this mechanism. It's okay. The pawl kind of looks small for this. It's 3/8, but I don't know, kind of looks small to me. It is centered though. It's usually, sometimes you see it'll be on towards one side or another, but this one seems centered on the body there. The cutouts seem okay. Overall, this piece, looks decent. Doesn't look too bad. The machining here. The pawl has 3 teeth per side, and switches. To take this apart further, I push down the pawl with the plunger underneath, and I move it over to this side. Now I grab a magnet. And it coax it out a little bit. You don't want to really yank it because that detent, that plunger is under tension and it wants to fly out. So what I do, I put my fingers on all the openings to keep it from flying, and there it is. Here's a switch. It's made of metal. There's the hole where the spring and plunger sit in, and that's the spring. Spring looks a little bit long, and it's housed in this plunger, which is hollow. And another thing I don't like about this design is that these plungers usually get damaged, and you see those little indentations on the side, and they kind of get stuck on the side of the walls there and kind of interfere with the ratcheting. After a while, if they get pretty deep and really stuck on them. Here's the pin. Looks pretty, I guess alright. Looks a little thin though, but pretty normal for this style of ratchet. And here is the pawl. Pawl has chamfering on both sides of the hole. These are the teeth. This doesn't look like it got a lot of use. Doesn't look like it's been abused or anything like that. And here's a closer look at the body. Somebody was so fond of this ratchet that they actually put their name on it, Bradley. And yeah, typical, like I said, typical Stanley style ratchet from around I don't know, probably the 80s. Okay, to get this all back together, take your pawl, put it back in, line up the holes. grab your pin, stick it through like that. Take your plunger and spring, put that in the hole of the switch. Now you kind of rest that there, and where is my here it goes, my pick. Grab like a pick and push this down and push it in and see if it's ratcheting. It's ratcheting. Okay, with the companion facing up, you put the switch facing up, that's how it comes from the factory. And you grab your ring. Okay, where does it start? I was doing so good. Okay, let's get this on here. You mash it down around, and there you go. Now you see if it's ratcheting. Yeah, it's ratcheting. Yeah, like I said, this is kind of a get-by style of ratchet. The kind of things maybe you would get on your first set of tools, your first set of real quote-unquote tools. You would probably get something like this if you didn't want to, like I say, splurge on a set of decent or good quality craftsman ratchets or tools, and you were in Sears back then, and you only had a few bucks. Not enough for craftsmen, but you can take home a companion, and it would probably get you through for a while. You know, the quality seems okay. It doesn't seem too bad. Alright, that's all I got for now. Alright guys, until next time.